Hey, it's Neal Francis. Yeah, we're doing this again. Exactly a week later. Yep. This time it's Dark Matter Coffee doing this and giving us some stuff to give away. I got my other agent. He's coming on the show. No one else was available, so we do what we can. I'm gonna play you a song you haven't heard before that I wrote specifically for this show, and then some stuff that you've probably seen before, maybe not for a long time. We'll see. And then you get a chance to ask me something, this or that. We'll see. And we're gonna give some stuff away again. Thanks to Dark Matter Coffee. And as always, we're not going to let you go before asking you for money. So enjoy the show. All right. Here we go. It's Neal Francis. That's me. That's my catchphrase. Yeah. So we're doing this again. Another week. Just been a quick 7 days since the last show aired, and lots going on in our lives here for the band. And this week's episode is brought to you by Dark Matter Coffee. And I will say something. This stuff's serious. Okay, it's we're live. It's 7:00. I'm drinking one now. I'm probably not gonna go to sleep tonight. So. This flavor is called brown acid, and it doesn't have any psychoactive substances in it, but I say that lightly because this stuff really, really works. But if you need it to work, it's there for you. So Dark Matter Coffee, we'll be giving some stuff away from them later in the show. I got my very handsome agent, Phil Igenthal, joining us today, and just continuing my series about people behind the scenes in the music industry. And we're gonna have some music. I composed a new song for this particular broadcast, and we've got this show includes a new technology that the band has access to called VHS camera technology. We have dual VHS cameras now at the parsonage where the content is created, and so you'll be able to get a chance to see what kind of amazing technical abilities that technology affords us later in the show. So without spending too long on it, because I didn't prepare an intro here or anything. Why don't we see what Phil's doing? Phil.
It's happening, everybody.
Yeah, that intro always surprises you with how quickly it's over,
Yeah, well, I feel like it captures the true happiness that I like to exude.
Yeah, it's emanating from every pore. So
I'm sure that's good, as you can see from that nice beard.
Man, so how you doing, man? You just got vaxxed?
Yeah, I am feeling good to be fully vaxxed. The second round of Moderna on St. Patrick's Day was the greatest Mickey I've had in a number of years. It put me on a 36-hour sleeplessness, slight fever, chills, made me feel not so great, but I'm now almost back on top.
Yeah, man. The side effects make you know that it's actually doing its job, right? And it's working.
That's what I watched some really excellent doctors' description of what it does to your body, and then I knew that going into it, and that armed me with the knowledge of, okay, it's going to be 24 to 48 hours of misery, and then I'm going to be good. So,
Nice. Well, now you can go out and lick some doorknobs, right?
yes, that's the plan.
I think a lot of people got vaccinated. A lot of people I know got vaccinated on St. Patrick's Day. Seems like things are moving along. You know, it's quite different from the St. Patrick's Day, I had several years ago, where I felt sick, but for a different reason.
Yes, it's. I'm only in Chicago 3 years, but it seems like it's quite the celebration, here annually. So,
Yeah, man, we really do it up. So we were talking earlier about just what a legend you are. Why don't you tell some of our viewers some of the other bands that you have managed or are currently managing? And you know what? I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Mint, which is a very exciting development
yeah,
in the
sure.
entertainment industry.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to be currently working at Mint Talent Group, which was formed during the pandemic. After a number of agents, including myself, were furloughed, and it was a really good opportunity for us to come together and bring like the knowledge of different agencies from like WME and CAA and Paradigm and other agencies all together and come together to form something cool where we think we could do some good stuff. And
Righteous, man.
we're excited about that. But prior to that, I was at Paradigm working with lots of different clients. For a number of years, I've been very heavy in the New Orleans world, working with Ivan Neville and Dumpster Funk, George Porter Jr., the Meters, Foundation of Funk guys. I worked with Steel Pulse, with Macy Gray. For a number of years, I worked with the Revivalists, as you know, and you're very close with. I work currently with White Denim, with the North Mississippi All Stars, with Ruthie Foster. I have a fantastic roster that's very eclectic with lots of different people. And I was fortunate to also work with lots of crazy people in my former days in New York City at previous agencies and different things like that.
Nice, man. Well, I think what I'm wondering and what a lot of other people out there might be wondering is like, what does it look like going into this year? What do we have ahead of us? Are things looking good for shows happening, or I know that you're not an epidemiologist, but tell us maybe something that the average person wouldn't know.
Well, I have some epidemiology experience by being in some of the venues that we have all occupied in our career.
Yeah.
The CBGB's bathroom, certain places, the Subterranean here in Chicago, certain other legendary spots where if you have your coat on and you don't really want to turn around so it doesn't grace the walls of the bathroom as you turn. But, we are looking at a little better. There's been an uptick. And in the last few weeks, as the vaccine news has raced out, so has the race to reopen the theater and concert world. And September 1st, we should be fully back. July 4th, we should be mostly back. Until July 4th, we'll be getting back. And there'll be opportunities outdoors, half capacity, safely, social distance stuff. But, we're going to be back soon, and we're just proceeding with caution so that everybody can return and not have to go backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Going backwards would really hurt at this point.
I mean, the economy can't handle it. People's psyches can't handle it. I mean, it would be terrible.
I think Boris Johnson called their reopening plan irreversible. So let's hope that, is
that is not the person we want to go by, but yeah.
Right. Sorry.
It's okay.
I mean, at least he looks like he's got his shit together.
Yes, he's like a UK Trump.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, what a lovely time we live in. Anyway, well, tell me something that have you been listening to any music lately?
Yeah, I've been listening to lots of different kinds of stuff. I mean, most of the stuff I listen to is new artist submissions or stuff that's coming out, from current clients or future music from current clients. I have a new client named Celise Henderson, who some folks have known, played with Trey on a couple of things. She's got a fantastic new record that is going to come out later this year at some point, pandemic related, that I highly recommend people would check out. new rock band from Nashville, Kentucky called DOG, which is really excellent. A couple other different little things like that. Some great new music from White Denim that's about to come out when James gets his stuff together. And I know you're working on some new music that we're all excited for.
Yeah, man. We're in the home stretch. Actually, I think today was 11 of 12 songs are mixed. Tomorrow we're gonna have one more mixed, and then that's it. The record's in the bag, man. So
I'm not gonna, I'm privileged to have be able to hurt a little bit. I'm not giving away any spoilers.
Right on. Yeah, it's trash, man.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. I don't have to talk about it.
Garbage might be in the title of the album too. I leaked that on a podcast yesterday.
Well, but, nothing. When I think of Neal Francis, I think of Garbage.
Good. The 90s band, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We'll be appearing with Alanis Morissette later this summer.
That it.
Well, anyway, man, I think we're gonna leave it there for now.
Absolutely. We should tell people to keep their eyes peeled for Neal Francis show announcements happening soon across the board. We definitely will see some of those leaking out.
Man.
Before we see the record. So.
And we're all of us here are grateful for you, Phil, not just for coming on this week, but for hanging in there and just, making stuff happen in this weird upside down time. So thanks, man. Thanks for all you do. And how's the piano doing, man?
Thank you. I am happy to report that Mazzy is doing these rockstar lessons that are crushing, and she's moved into piano book number 2, and she loves it. And even I had parent-teacher conferences with her chorus teacher who says he notices she's better in chorus because she plays piano and does lessons now and loves it all. So it's all related. So thank you for that.
Magic, man. I was glad that worked out.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for having me, and keep doing what you're doing. Looking forward to seeing you in person here someday soon again.
You too, Phil. See you next time. All right. So that was a rip-roaring 7.5 minutes with Phil Ekenthal. We love Phil. He's we were just talking earlier about how he was kind of like one of our 2 fairy godmothers, along with Josh Knight, who back when Brendan here, my manager, off the screen, when we just started things going, they took a chance on us, and we have a lot of gratitude for that duo, that dynamic duo. So without further ado, I want to take a moment to discuss our beloved Topo Chico bubbly beverage. Now, I have the twist of grapefruit flavor right here, which is wonderfully refreshing. But we have intelligence that there's a new flavor of Topo Chico called Twist of Tangerine. And I was given a case of this new flavor, and it quickly disappeared. But it actually disappeared before we had time to create content for this new flavor of Topo Chico. But what I would like to show you right now is the sort of hopefully what will become the mainstream advertisement for the Twist of Tangerine Topo Chico. So why don't you guys take a look?
Topo Chico. That's what you're gonna say after you try the new flavor from Topo Chico. Topo Chico Tangerine. Yeah, so go get some at your local greengrocer. It's badass. I promise. Tangerine.
So yeah, if you enjoyed that or if you didn't, feel free to let us know. And we actually used a regular Topo Chico with a tangerine jammed into it to represent the twist of tangerine flavor, but I assure you it exists. So moving on here, we're really grateful for Dark Matter Coffee. I'm feeling this Dark Matter Coffee right now. As you might notice, my energy has picked up a little bit. I'm feeling a little weird. I'm feeling excited and a little scared, but we're giving some stuff away from Dark Matter, okay? But only if you donate at the link at the bottom of your screen. And I just want to clear something up from last week because we're not actually trying to save St. Peter's Church. This money is not going to any sort of charity. It's going to create more of the wonderful content like that you just saw. These VHS tapes are expensive, and in order to create more of this premium content, we need donations from viewers like you. But the good news is, if you donate to that link, you have a chance to win some of this wonderful Dark Matter swag, courtesy of our friend Kyle Hodges over at Dark Matter Coffee. I'm not really sure what this is. Some sort of electronic hawk. It's probably not coming through, or like it looks like a Hawkwind cover from 1974. When you leave that ring light on. Humboldt. If you live in Humboldt County, California, you could wear this, or Humboldt Park, Chicago. Or if you're just a fan of Alexander von Humboldt, the German cartographer. They got a lot of different beans, flavors. Whew, this stuff is working, I'll tell you. Jeez, Jesus. And then this is, there's mugs with a pretty bird on it. They're really going hard with the bird motif these days. So thanks again, Kyle, for your generous donations. And we'll select a winner later in our show. Okay, so next we're going to go see some wonderful... I took the VHS camera for a spin when I was down in New Orleans recently. And, I had tens of minutes of footage of that lovely city. And I was going to cut it up and just sort of air it raw. But I think that, I was reticent to do something that kind of showed so much contempt for my audience. So I composed a song to go with the footage. And I gave myself 45 minutes to write it. So here's a brand new, never before heard Neal Francis song about New Orleans that I wrote. And it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be cute. And I hope that you like it. Here's...
Back to New Orleans, baby. Show you all around once the paint touches down. Run around the city doing so many things. Listen to the music, see the joy that
like Ronald Reagan's still the president. Anyway, not that you would want to do that. Okay. Apparently, I was speaking without any sort of audio, but I just wanted to thank all the other people in that video, my buddies from the Revivalists, and Pete Morano and Trombone Shorty. It was good to see people in the flesh, especially a crawfish boil. New Orleans is one of my favorite places, and the VHS helped me feel like it was still the 80s, which I wasn't really there for. Anyway, moving right along, we have an extremely long pre-recorded segment next, and this is actually one of our proudest basement jams from the parsonage. So, kick back, relax, grab a Topo Chico, and enjoy this 11-minute version of Put It in His Hands.
Listen to your guy. It seems like yesterday that I was lost. And what if happiness is to just stop trying? Once you give it up, the peace of mind.
All right, we're live. We're out there. We got Mike on bass. Take a look at his face. We We got Mike on bass. He's got a lovely ace. And on the guitar, we call him the Dutchman from the House of Orange. And on the drums, Hollywood. Colin Hollywood O'Brien. Lay down that cowboy beat, motherfucker. That's right. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Fed up. Just like Jimmy James told you to.
Okay, apparently nothing I said in the last 30 seconds was heard. That's good because it was dicey. Hope you enjoyed that 11-minute epic jam. Here's our next very brand new segment called Ask Neal. Everybody give it up for Brendan off screen. Crushing. This is way harder than a VHS camera to operate. So now we're going to randomly curate. We're not going to randomly select anything. We're going to choose 3 reasonable questions, if there are 3. So what do we got? What do we got? This is the most live thing you're going to see on Hey, it's Neal Francis.
Nathan asked you about Bob Lefsetz.
What about it?
Oh, what was it like playing at the Bernie rally?
Well, that was quite a day because I missed my flight to Omaha, Nebraska, which is actually the closest airport to Council Bluffs, Iowa, where we had our rally supporting Bernie Sanders. May he live to fight another day. Yeah, that was a crazy day. We got the gig probably 24 hours before we were supposed to play it, and then the flights got changed in the midst of this back and forth between the campaign and our team. And so I woke up thinking I was getting a bright early start for my flight to Omaha, Nebraska, and then I got a text from the band asking where I was at Midway Airport. And I thought they were joking, but it was not a joke. But big shout out to PJ Howard, who was on that gig. He came through in the clutch because we got it last minute, and our homeboy Colin was unavailable. He was still on tour with Cycles, but the band was going to go ahead and do a set with PJ called the Pure Joys if I didn't make it. But we made it, and we ate at Perkins twice that day. So, and we got to meet Bernie in passing. So that was a very cool day. Very cool day.
All right.
Who asked that question, Brendan?
That question was asked by Bernie Rally. Where is it? Guitar Stuffs 123 on YouTube.
All right, Guitar Stuffs 123. Great question. Thanks for watching the show.
New question from Brian: his favorite pizza in the city of Chicago.
Well, what was the pizza we just had for dinner?
That was GGO's.
GGO's Pizza up on where is it? Broadway and Wilson. Over by there. What else is over there? There's like a Trader Joe's over there.
Oh, lots of drug dealing.
Lots of drug dealers. Uptown. It's a wonderful place to live.
So there's a methadone clinic.
I like Pete's Pizza in Pat's Pizza in Lincoln Park. It's really good. I used to eat Bertoli's River Pizza a lot on Lake Street in River Forest. That was right by where you grew up, Brendan.
Oh yeah.
For deep dish, you got your fancy deep dish like Pequod's, or you got Giordano's or Little Malnati's. But us real Chicagoans, we don't typically eat deep dish pizza all the time, although it is a special treat. And when I do eat deep dish pizza, I like spinach and sausage combo on that bad boy. But I know at eating that the next day is kind of just scratched. So.
All right.
Oh man. Okay, so the first one that popped into my head was Rejuvenation, because that's just such a classic, like all-time classic. Just every track on that record um, is a banger, and I love, you know, that they're vocal heavy songs. They're great compositions. Everything about it is pretty on point. But I mean, like, there's so many great Meters records that they weren't the main billing for the record. You know, for example, Destitutively Bonnaroo, they're the backup band on that record. Um, Alan Toussaint's solo material, lots of great stuff. And then, of course, there are three sort of instrumental records, self-titled, Look at Pie Pie, and Struttin'. Those are all great, back to front. I have uh, I have self-titled and Look at Pie Pie on LP. What do we got here? Oh, Struttin'. Okay, so you have the companion to the you have the missing piece of the puzzle for me, Brendan. Together we have all three of their instrumental records.
Nice.
So, I mean, that wasn't a really great answer to your question. I guess I will say that my least favorite Meters album is Trick Bag, but um, there's still some good jams on there.
All right. Unavoidable. Nathan asks, what's happening with the new record?
The new record is going to be finished with mixing tomorrow, and there isn't really a release date, but we're really stoked about it. And if you tune into this show, I will say this. If you tune into this show, you might hear snippets of demos, or maybe even the actual recordings. But you have to tune in every single week.
Or thereabouts. Kelly, our dear friend, asks, what's a band that you love that we'd all be surprised about?
Band that we would all be surprised about. I don't know, because I feel like everything I like for a reason. I mean, would you be surprised if I said I liked Abba? I love Abba. I love Radiohead. Maybe that's something that would be a little bit surprising to people. I like a lot of different kinds of music. I don't like just the old dusty stuff, but I like other stuff too.
Jeff Hoffman asks, where were you at when you wrote These Are the Days, and how did you record and mix it?
That's a great question. These Are the Days. The title for These Are the Days came from a sketch on Mr. Show called, I think it's called Taint Magazine. And it's sort of a spoof on Boogie Nights, but instead of like the porn industry or like porn videos, it's like it's a magazine about taints. Anyway, that's a long story to get you to where there's a scene where David Cross is just spinning around saying, "These are the days." It's supposed to be like this party scene. But it was inspired just by the misadventures in romance that I had while I was drinking. And the recording process was we did the band tracks to a quarter-inch tape on a 388 Tascam 8-track recorder. And then the horn overdubs and the vocals were cut digitally. Now, another thing I'll say about the new record is that we did the entire recording process on tape. So the band tracks were done on a 388, and the overdubs were done on a Tascam 16-track 1-inch machine. And if there's anybody out there still listening after that, we'll take one more question.
All right. This is very esoteric. Valerie asks, what kind of pasta are you?
Fusilli. Okay, that's it. Don't ask me why. Anyway, so before we go, I just want to thank Dark Matter Coffee again. Thanks to Dark Matter Coffee, I'll be up all night thinking about all the things I did, good and bad. Thanks to Phil Eganthal for coming on the show. Thank you, all of you who donated and making, our lives as musicians possible, especially in this uncertain time. Brighter days ahead, as Terry Cole would say. And speaking of Terry Cole and Leroy Conroy, another Karma Chief release. My demos for the album Changes is now available on a 12-inch 45 LP record. Not LP, no. It's a 12-inch 45 vinyl record. And artwork by Dana Gottlieb. So please go out, support your local record store, support us, support Karma Chief. Little guys out there just trying to do art and stuff, So, thanks again for watching. Hey, it's Neal Francis, and we'll see you next time.